Dorian there. I started down a scale and quickly at some point went into this, started doing those fourths in the G minor. This is again. Those are triplets again, with the groups of four though. But the speed I was triplet speed. Back to those chord tones to review. We got up that high, right? That was as high as we went. Could have added 13 in there. We'd have now. Big mistake. Always starting on the beat. Right, that time I started right on the beat and went. Makes everything sound more like an exercise when you start on the beat.
So what do you do? Start on the upbeat?
Upbeat, or at least another beat instead of right on the downbeat. So 1, 1, and a 2. Since our triplets are 2 little upbeats. 1 and a 2. 1 and a 2 and a. Backtracking here. I just went backward. Definitely got that from Wes. Now there's another row of thirds. We're skipping every other note, right? Dorian? I skipped that root, flat third, fifth, flat 7, 9, 11, 13 root. That's a row of thirds or big extended scale arpeggio all the way out. Stacking up the chord, sometimes I call it a chord tone stack because that's what it's doing. By definition, that means we left out every other note. And therefore, by definition, those notes amongst themselves produce another row of thirds.
Because the first time you play 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, that's that what you're doing? In that order? Like
yeah. Yeah, that's what you did too. You went like this and you got up to 9, 11, right? And then we added 13.
Okay, okay.
And then
okay, because you're doing it in the triplets, it doesn't sound like a scale. Is that the reason?
It doesn't sound like a scale.
It doesn't sound. It doesn't.
This won't be a scale. This is a chord tone stack. It isn't a scale. Scale is. These notes all come out of the scale, but we're not.
Okay.
When you play second intervals, meaning the next note in order, then you hear scales.
Well, what I should have said is, you have the notes all ascending. None of the notes fall below the last note you played. Is that true? That's what I meant to say.
I am doing that on the way up. On the way down, I wasn't.
Okay.
You could. I find if I just run up and down, I'd have to have about 10 times, not 10, 3 or 4 times the speed to make that exciting.
Okay.
The speed alone, if a guy could go, just it sounded like turkeys gobbling, man, in Dorian. You know, it's just amazing when you hear somebody that just. But I just don't practice that stuff.
Okay,
if I
see
don't
what you're
have that technique. You can do those little sweeps, you know, those little few, but to go the whole thing would be. I've seen guys do it, maybe not on that, but other things. Have you?
No.
Those big sweep things? Oh, it's astonishing. Even someone like Paco de Lucia, I think he could do it. You know, a flamenco cat can do that stuff. Probably doesn't play these notes every day of his life. So, where I was headed though is that the other notes we're not playing form their own row of thirds. Could you play D minor 9 again for me, please?
The scale or the chord?
The chord.
D minor 9. My hands.
Yeah, I'm kind of rusty too. Those are the notes down low that I didn't play. I didn't play this one and this. Sorry. This. This. So that's another row of thirds. You can mix some of those in when you're going. Then you can say, hey, I didn't play these. On the way up. On the way down, you catch some of the ones you didn't catch before. back to the G minor, the second chord change. This will be the stack in that position. Play G minor 7, please. Make that F note jump out on string 4. Otherwise, you know, if you do this, it just sounds like minor, but when we get a good solid F, we really hear the minor 7 chord. And let's get the D in there too. Okay, I heard the C now. Don't touch string 5. And move your right hand another 6 inches toward. Yes. That's better. Thank you. We can hear it a little better. Make sure this F is in there. Okay, so here's the first row. Let it sing. Just let the chord sing. Hit it hard and let it sing. And here's the second row. Let it sing. So I'm going to mix them together. Went up one, went down another, started to come back up one or the other. I couldn't really tell which one, but went up this one, went back down this one, and went back into this row. Does it sound attractive for you?
Yeah.
Good. Sorry. Got me thinking I won't do that. So then when the song goes, then it's a D7 flat 9, just functioning as it's like definitely in a miniature key of G minor now, because it goes back to D minor with the A7 D minor. But in order to get that, whether it's this or that, excuse me, it's functioning as D7 with or without a flat 9. So we're going to go get one of those jazzy. So that was the A7 alter. Notice I'm not playing scales as much as chord tones, huh? Because I hear Wes do it, and I like the way he sounds. I'm not against the scale guys. Those cats are great too. Just he's got a nice approach, and it feels natural for me somehow. I don't know. I just love the way the guy sounds. So here's your. We already covered the G minor. This is the 5 of the G minor. That's probably this bass. Nice little groupings. First of all, here's a straight arpeggio. Rude, third, sharp 5. We're going to sneak the sharp 5 in. Flat 7, flat 9, major third, sharp 5, rude. If this sounds too funny to you, go maybe do flat 9 or even sharp 9 too. A little scale thing at the end, coming back. Because this is a funny interval to end in our harp like that with. Now looking at groupings, I'm going to use this grouping, this, and this, and any one of these 3, or 2 notes, or all 3, to complement. The full scale sounds like this. 6 notes, jazz dominant scale. It's got a big hole in the middle there. But it just sounds right. If we add the flat 5, that's the missing note for the full bore sunglasses and beret jazzer scale, you know? Adding the flat 5. I'd wait on this till you can totally love and play all those other 6 notes, then reward yourself and say, now, for that quick express flight to Greenwich Village. Mozart. Beethoven used that later. So those are all the notes we just talked about there. I like to see these physical groupings. It's another little thing I like to do is groups of 4. I forgot about that. Yeah, I love these groups of 4. Break the scale up into 4-note groups. It's all physical. I just see little ones that sound good to me. It's not based on a rule or anything. It's just knowing the stuff a little bit and then looking around for ones that sound attractive and feel good and even look good to the eyes. It's just fun to see the fingers do these things. So this would be on, let's see. Let's say, yeah, you better do this in 4/4 time, not in that 3, because it'll give you more time on each chord at first. You don't want those things just jumping at you. You need time to say something. So that was the D7. Back to the G minor. Down an arpeggio into a scale line. Chord tones, scale. D7, G minor. Then we need the A7 for the sound to your ear. Too weird for you, man?
No, I mean, I'm not used to it, but I like it.
It's almost flamenco.
Yeah, almost.
You get a little of that. Chord form to know for that is that sits over this old one. Another visual root besides this is this. Sound really weird to you. No, great. Now at this point, D melodic minor would be exceptionally nice for writing. Boom, boom, boom. Melodic minor is based on the minor 6th chord most of the time. You play minor 6th chords?
Yeah.
And the most common extension is the 9th. Second most common extension, the major 7. This is the flat 3rd, 6th, 9, 5th, major 7. So this was again. Gives that dark minor jazz shading. Then it goes D7, right? It's going right back into the key center of G minor. It starts on the 5, and I like to go to the 2 and the 5. And I alter the 5 if I haven't been. Start getting some weird notes. So this, that's it. A minor 7 flat 5. Here's the D. That's it.
chords, you're playing like a dominant scale, but just the chord tones, the same tick, the same idea.
You're being alert. You are being very alert. I like it. Because I haven't told you yet what I was going to play over the D7. I barely mentioned that I was playing anything over the A, except it said the same thing, meaning the 6-note scale. Yeah, I don't know what. I know I don't want to hear the same scale that I heard before. It sounds more clear. Something about the way it is here. I don't want to just hear all that same thing we just did when we went. We already got that sound in there. Yeah, I know what I'm going to do. Sometime I'm going to get this, and sometime I'm not. Sometimes I'm going to get this, and then the altered one. So I'm going to play pretty straight, D7 step, even including dominant, you know, a natural 9, which is not as minor sounding, and then next time get it that way, with the flat 9. So, there I went into G melodic minor again, like putting, I was in the G minors. Two F sharps in there. I got this note. Well, that's for G minor. These are wonderful ways to break up the scale. Larger intervals than 4s, 6s, and 5ths. For now, if you want to, go ahead on and start doing larger intervals too, like these. It doesn't hurt to know that stuff, you know, because it lets you get interesting note combinations right in a position. There's so much guitar to know. I mean, nobody has an idea when we first started. We learn a scale. We don't realize how many beautiful things are hiding in a scale. I sure didn't know. I still am not sure I know.